catchy.
Talk That Talk TV, we back again.
Welcome to Talk That Talk Media, where the vibe is live. DJ and Tika are hype, keeping dreams alive. Welcome to Talk That Talk Media, where the vibe is live. DJ and Tika are hype, keeping dreams alive. Bringing you reactions, reviews and slick recaps. Join the conversation, no time for mishaps. Trends will uncover, every beat devoured with fresh insights and energy will never tire. From pop culture to the latest in the game, dive in with us. You want to stake your claim, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Talk That Talk Media. Welcome to Talk That Talk Media.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl Tika.
And it's EJ.
And we got Kay in the building.
Hey, y'all.
What's going on, everybody? How is everybody doing on this Thursday cross evening? Okay, cross Thursday evening, okay?
We here, Ike.
We're here. We in this thing.
Period. Period. Okay. Shout out to DeMarcus, who is the first one in the chat. So thank you for coming through. We do see that there are others viewing us on our perspective channels. And if you're not subscribed to the channel that you're viewing on, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Definitely tap that notification bell so that you can receive reminders of all content from the perspective channel. With love, make sure y'all subscribe to all the channels though. We got to do what we got to do. With that, we are here to discuss Cross Season 2, Episode 5. And with that being said, y'all, Kay, what were your thoughts on this episode with a rating 1 to 5, 5 being the highest?
Yeah, I still don't like Kayla. So there's that. The ex-girlfriend, what I say when you break up with you're supposed to break up with the whole family, because that's just what she get,
right?
That I see. Aldous is still fine. I give this about a 3 in this one. Bobby Trey came in clutch. He was there. He was he proved himself a little useful this episode. But I'm waiting for the thing to happen to where Alex figures out that Kayla has got some kind of side mission going on, because she's always pointing, accusing him of not doing this and not doing that when it comes to Luz, but you got a whole secret operation going on. So make it make sense.
Okay. All right. I hear you. So Kay gave the episode a 3. And she has her reasons, just like all of us, about why she felt the way that she did about the episode. I agree with Kay. I didn't give it a 3. I gave it a 3.9. I don't know what it is about 3.9. That's just been my number these last couple of days. And so with that being said, y'all in the chat, let us know what you rated the episode. I'll get to that, what I gave the 0.9. I'll get to that moment. But EJ, what about you? What did you rate the episode?
Oh, Lord have mercy, Jesus Christ. Listen, I agree with Kay. Aldous is still fine, even though he pisses me off all the time right now. I can't get unpissed off at him right now, because they still making too many googly eyes for me. I don't like it. I'm not here for it. So I'm at a strong 3.5, 4-ish. It ain't quite a 4 for me. I'm somewhere between 3.5 and 4. And that's only because of Bobby Trey. That is the only reason, is because he came through in the clutch. That's what's putting me in the middle. Otherwise, you take that part away, I'm at a definite 3.5. Because I'm not here for it. I don't like Kayla. I don't care if it was a deep fake or not. I don't like her. I don't like her always talking about he trying to take credit. Girl, it's his show. Okay. Yes, he's taking you as a sidekick right now, even though you trying to be the main kid. That's not what it is. Okay. We letting you think that you in control. We letting you think that you running the mission, but you're not running the mission. Okay, he is the mission. Where's she gonna learn it, Tika? Where's she gonna learn?
Let that woman be great. Let her be great for a second. But with that being said, let me go ahead and say hello to everybody else in the chat. Aqua Lover, okay, make it rain. That's all I'm saying. We already shout out to Marcus Vaughn. Shout out to Candy Love, who is a member on somebody's channel. So shout out to her. Do what she says. We in this thing. Act like you were raised. Just smash that like button. Share, subscribe, and it's definitely a way to show your support. Shout out to Emily Lewis for coming through. Aqua Lover says that they gave it a 2.5 or 3 out of 5. Okay. All right. We do hear you. Thank you for dropping your rating in the chat. Absolutely appreciate it. We're gonna get to Kayla. I know, so disappointed that Alex is sleeping with, but why? That's all I want to know. 3.9 from the Lawrence report. Yeah, I'm gonna tell my uncle to make that number this weekend. Yes, play it, because that number been stuck with me all weekend. Lawrence, what's up? How you been? Okay. David said 3. That's what that 3 is giving me. And DeMarcus said the episode was a solid 5. Okay. All right, y'all. So we're gonna get into this thing. We're gonna get into it.
Now I know damn well he don't think that episode is a solid 5. Now come
that part. Thank you for saying it.
damn
I don't
well.
always want to be the one because stop playing.
But that's what he said. So because okay, and David is explaining his rating because Kayla plays all sides against the middle. Okay. Or explaining what he said, because y'all know.
Listen, if it wasn't for Bobby Trey, I would have gave it. I probably would have dropped it down even further. So I'm with you.
Okay, all right, y'all. But with that being said, there's a ritual going on. On one side of the spectrum, we see that there is the autopsy being performed on Esteban. We show where he has mutilated his hand, taking his own fingers off. They're giving us this whole ritual, or the autopsy, the cleaning of his body. And then we see this particular ritual. And I wish somebody who knew what these things or what this specific ritual meant, maybe Kay can explain, since she is the horror guru in this whole situation, and not calling nobody's ritual horror. I'm just saying it's something that she may be able to explain to us. But we see this whole ritual going on, as well as we see that she decides that she is going to basically honor him by getting that same tattoo on her body. But when they drop his heart into the pan, they also crack open the egg, which has basically almost born chicken in the doggone eggshell. So I don't understand this part, and I'm just being real with y'all. Anybody that understood the whole ritual, the cleansing, what it seemed like to be a cleansing, y'all drop it in the chat. Let us know what it meant to you guys. But Kay, what were your thoughts on just this whole ritual situation?
Not the ritual itself. It's okay. None of this had to happen if they didn't pop Esteban in the last episode. Like, what are y'all doing all of this to honor him and to cleanse your space and your energy and stuff for? Like you didn't have to do that if you wouldn't have done that. But the like they're trying to like cleanse everything, because I guess even though they said he was in the way, so he had to get rid of him, but they're trying to make sure they like cleanse away all the negative energy, all the bad spirits and stuff like that, kind of like cleansing away like their sins, and all that kind of stuff. But it's like y'all could have avoided going through this whole ritual if y'all would have left him alive. Like he did a lot to sacrifice to honor her, and it's like he got rewarded with death. Like
Right.
we didn't have to go through all of that. And cracking it, I think that I don't think that they knew that it was going to be a baby chicken in the egg, because some people do like egg cleanses. Like you're supposed to like put an egg in some like water and let it take away all the negative energy and stuff. But just like sometimes when people like cracking eggs for real and it just happens to be a baby chicken there, I don't think that it was supposed to go down like that. Now, because that happened, I'm not sure, maybe whatever spiritual practices that they believe in, I'm not sure if that might have been a not so good omen for them.
Right.
Because I don't think that was supposed to happen. That might be symbolizing something not so good maybe happening on their end. It wasn't supposed to go that way. From what I've seen when people do egg cleanses, ain't no baby chicken supposed to be in there.
Gotcha. Okay. I like that because I had no idea, no clue whatsoever.
Girl.
EJ, what about you?
Per the Google, the Google says cracking of the egg is an egg. It symbolizes releasing and exposing the negative energy, evil eye, or blockages the raw egg absorbed from your body. Breaking it into water allows you to interpret the absorbed energies, while finding a baby chicken or highly developed fetus structure in the yolk often signifies a major transformation, intense struggle, or the need to address deeply rooted curses or spiritual attacks. With that being said, I don't think that baby chicken was supposed to be up in there.
Okay, see, that's what I thought. I was like, I've seen people do egg cleanses plenty of times, but I ain't never heard about no baby chick being in there. So I'm like, that can't be a good thing. That's about to happen.
Wow.
Somebody else about to go.
Right. It really can be. The egg was sat on too long.
No, that egg was hooked up with a rooster when supposed to be. Okay.
Facts.
Okay.
That part. They got the wrong chicken's egg.
With what they did though, because even though we know this dude was highly obsessed and he was a little bit out there, at the end of the day, he was trying to do what was right too. He wasn't innocent too. And unaliving an innocent for the greater good, I don't know if that really is a greater good type of thing, because you're really just unaliving him to protect yourself, when I honestly don't think that man would have ever, I think he would have took himself out before he ever said anything about his light. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think he would have ever done that. And I get it, but I just looking at the nature of him, and she spent all this time with him, and I still think that she shouldn't have listened to what I get it. But if we go by the rules, then you probably should have off Donnie too, because that's exactly what she said. So why does Donnie get to live and he doesn't? When to me, he was going to be solid. He obsessed, yes, but he was still going to be solid. He wasn't telling nobody. And that's for real. He wasn't going to tell it. So I think that this is, yeah, for sure, negative energy, but I think that chicken just really does, or whatever the heck that is, that's nasty. I really do think that it means something very, very negative, something very evil, something that is just, something is going to happen.
Right.
To this girl. I don't know what, but,
wow.
Okay.
All right. Well, geez, you learn something new every day, because I had no idea about none of that. David C. Kingdom says Luz uses the egg cleansing ritual known in many Latin American cultures as La Limpia as a spiritual diagnostic tool to confirm the evil within her targets before she punishes them. Okay. So she does this ritual every time she get ready to go take somebody out. Gotcha.
I don't know,
We'll-
but I don't think that
which would
Yeah, because I don't know, because I was just gonna say, like, because a lot of spiritual practices is used as a tool of cleansing, which is what it looked like to me, is that she would do it after all of these things, knowing that, you know, she did unalive somebody, and
Right.
so that they would use it as a practice to as a tool for cleansing, like how I've seen it done is like you crack an egg and you put it in like a glass clear glass or a glass bowl, and you like put it like on a table or something and let it like cleanse your space to like clear out negative energy and things like that, because which would seem appropriate that she would do after she unalives whoever she
Individual.
does. Mhm.
Gotcha.
Not before, but
Okay.
it just so happened that this time they got a little extra surprise.
Right. Okay.
that's what we think, but we don't know.
Mhm.
But
We're gonna keep watching to see exactly how often she does this. Is it before? Is it after? We're definitely gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that. I'm sure we'll see it. I'm gonna get to his super sticker in just a minute, because what I'm trying to do, y'all, I'm gonna try to go as long as I can, or not as long as I can, but try to get it by scene, kind of, because there's a lot of important messages in there. So I don't want to really skip over too much and miss anything, but I'm definitely gonna get to those supers. Thank you in advance to Marcus for sending those. Now listen, we got Kayla and we got Bobby Trey. And Bobby's like, listen, I don't know what kind of issue into, but if I find out that if you really as dirty as you look, then I'm going to, I'm gonna come back and take you out myself. But Kayla's like, listen, it wasn't me. They clearly have done something to make it appear as if I was the one that was there during the experiment. Yeah, my hands are a little bit dirty, but all I did was basically supply the weapons and supply the men. I had nothing to do or sell the weapons and all those things and supply the men or the soldiers that they were using to experiment on. And so she almost got took out because Bobby had his hip hop music going on in this particular scene. And I'm like, girl, why? You should have known that Bobby was gonna pull up on you. You told him not to look at what was on the file, but he looked anyway. So EJ, any thoughts on this whole scene with Kayla and Bobby Trey? And by the way, y'all, I love anytime Bobby Trey get on the screen. I really didn't think that I would love it as much as I do, because last season he was really, really working my nerves. But this time around, he seems to be very, very effective in everything that he's doing. He's really got a real purpose here. So any thoughts, EJ, then Kay?
Yeah, so when it all comes down to it, Kayla is full of crap. Okay, that's what it all is. She is about self-preservation, and Bobby is a tool that she is using right now in order to preserve thyself. Okay, it's just that Bobby, even with all his antics, working for a serial killer, doing all the deeds of the serial killer, he about that almighty dollar. Even Bobby got a limit to where he'll go. You know what I'm saying? Even Bobby got some, a little bit of just, I got a little bit of discernment about what I'm going to do. Like, I'm not going to do, like, this is just too much. This is just wild. Now, while I'm side-eyeing Bobby, at the same time, I love it. I, too, have been a person that is like, gosh, I really love Bobby Trey this season. I don't know what it is. Bobby Trey is the man right now, and I feel like he's been doing a lot of carrying, like he's been holding a lot of stuff on his back these last few episodes. I'm just saying. But yeah, at the end of the day, Bobby wasn't playing no games with her. He was just like, don't let me find out it was something else, because if it was, then, I'm going to be back. And that's what it should be. And I wasn't even mad at that. And to find out that they were going to make this somebody else, they was going to make it a deep fake. We could tell that, because when we first saw the video, the way it turned around, I was like, oh, they going to try to pull some crap, because, they can't let Kayla be the bad guy. But she is. Like, at the end of the day, she is. I don't care what nobody's saying. Kayla is the bad guy. Kayla sucks. Kayla is full of crap. What she did on last season let me know that she'll go to any lengths in order to protect herself. And I get that she's in one of those places where, you got to be able to protect yourself. You got to be able to play the game. I'm not saying that that's right or wrong. I'm just saying that how far are you willing to go to get to a certain spot, though? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So there's that. But shout out to Bobby Trey, because that's my man this season. Oh boy.
I don't believe none she be saying. He approached her the right way. Okay. He approached her as somebody that is dangerous, as he should. Because she be hiding around this whole facade of this white woman privilege, always trying to make it seem like she's the innocent party. And in my mind, I'm like, why the F you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop effing lying the whole time. Because they wouldn't have put your face over that video if you had nothing to do with it. They did that because you have something to do with it and you holding something over somebody's head that got leverage with something over you, like you're involved in it some kind of way. Although that may not be you sitting in that chair, you still are a part of whatever it is that's going on. And you wasn't telling Bobby Trey the whole truth. He should have approached you. Actually, I would have approached her with a 9mm and something with a scope on it, with a knife in my back pocket, because I don't trust her at all, because she's lying to everybody and making it seem like she's this innocent party. I don't trust her at all. Bobby Trey should always keep one eye on her at all times and always hold leverage and have something to blackmail her. And he should somehow be one of those people that's like, if anything happened to me, I would have some files sent to several people to say, send this to all the police stations, the FBI, and the news outlets, just in case something happened to me. Kayla did it.
Facts.
Can I just say one more thing? One more thing, and then I'm done. First of all, I can like whoever the hell I want to like, when I want to like them, and how I want to like them. This season, it just happened to be Bobby Trey just a little bit, okay? Okay, listen, I didn't hate on him last season. If we just keeping it real, go back and run the tape, run that beautiful bead footage. I said he was wild. I ain't say nothing bad about him. So, girl, go on. Keep going, T. I'm sorry.
Who in the comment? Who said something? Never mind. I don't want to go.
DeMarcus.
Oh,
you already know who it is.
Oh, Lord. See, I can't read and play with script slides at the same time.
Yeah.
DeMarcus, calm down. Ain't nobody on a Bobby Trey wagon, because when Bobby Trey was about to take old girl out, I was really on his neck. Like, what are you doing, Bobby? But at the end of this episode, we gonna see why I feel a little different about Bobby Trey. That's just my perspective, okay?
Listen,
but
tomorrow we can hate him if we want to, okay?
Facts. Definitely. Let's see. So they go to the chili. What is it? Ben's Chili.
Girl, I think it's called Ben's Chili.
Yeah, Ben's Chili. It's after the writer, Ben Watkins. Ben's Chili. So they go in there and they know good and well. I forgot her name, but she don't want them talking about working there. When you come into my restaurant, you need to just focus on just eating this good food and focus on life. Don't be worried about your job. But they wait until she walks by respectfully, and they still discuss. They talk about the autopsy, and they discuss, a little bit more about the case. Now, at this point, y'all, I'm looking at Samson, and I'm looking at him like, do you know that your friend, your girl, your whatever, Tana, thank you, that your friend smashed the homie? Like, are you looking at him differently because you feel like there's something going on? And them talking about the case was really not on my radar. All I wanted to know was whether or not Samson knew that something had happened between Kayla as well as Alex. Kay, any particular thoughts on just them discussing now, keep in mind, I will say one thing. Samson is very good. Samson is very good at finding little pieces. So Alex and Samson, they work well together. They're literally like that yin and that yang type thing that kind of go together when it comes to solving cases and brainstorming and giving different ideas. And so he kind of helps Alex with a couple of things that are going to that are happening on this particular case, literally without even being on the actual case. So any particular thoughts, Kay, EJ, about just the whole conversation with Samson as well as Alex? 2 John, 3 John, eating up all the food.
I did like that they were putting 2 and 2 together. I like to, because this isn't a conversation you often see when you have not one but 2 Black detectives investigating a case and showing that they have the intellectual ability to solve a case like this and to put clues and things together. So I appreciated seeing them be able to break these things down and start to piece together things. I'm like, okay, y'all putting it together, y'all, it's coming, y'all finally seeing what we're seeing here. And I'm glad that, you know, I love that for you all. And I like that we're able to see this without it having to be some other type of expert trying to come in and be the smartest person in the room. No, it's okay that they're the smartest ones in the room right now. I'd love to see that. But I need y'all to talk about how y'all that Kayla was the pass around. Let's throw that conversation in there too, just a little bit. I mean, you know, sometimes you got to take your work hat off, you know, and just chill. When we, you know, let's pause the work conversation and let's get to the meat on the bone. That's what I was waiting on.
That part. I'm gonna need you to say something, baby. EJ, what about you?
And I second that emotion. What Kay said. That's
okay.
it.
All right. So we had Aqua Lover, and they said, to be fair, John is with Malika now. I think his issue with Alex is the secrets. And I agree. But they squashed it to a certain extent. They squashed that. Therefore, the communication situation should be a little bit different. I guess we'll find out whether or not he really peeped it, or is it all in our imagination. Why didn't Samson never tell Cross he smashed Kayla? It goes, but what? Yeah, you're right. He could have said that too. He could have told Alex that, you know, he smashed Kayla too. He could have, but he didn't.
The only person, take a pause for a second, 1 second. The only person that should have told Alex that they smashed Samson was the person that was smashing both people. They are at liberty to tell the friends that they are smashing that they were smashing both of them. Okay, that's it. I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's all right. Samson peeped Alex and Kayla in the conference room. He noticed their body language between the two of them. And don't forget that John had smacks. That's what we're talking about. So that's why we feel like there should be a conversation, but I guess, you know, he is with Malika. So at this point, I guess it ain't important until Samson get in his feelings and be like, wait a minute, bro, what you got going on?
I don't care if he with somebody else now. Let me know if you had law. Let me know.
I agree.
Exactly. No, let me know you climbing in and smashing and dashing with somebody and I already no. Tell me.
Agree.
I don't care if it was 5 years ago, 10 years ago. I don't care if it was in high school, college. If you got the same thing that I had already and me and you cool, you need to let me know. I just need to know for my own sake. Just tell me out of just common decency and respect. Don't be trying to go back and hide it. I don't care who I'm with. You still need to tell. Give me a heads up.
Here's the thing. Do we not know? Do we know if they did or not? Do we know if he actually ever? I know that in the last season, she said, "Are you going to tell anybody?" And he said it was nobody's business. But do we really know if he didn't? Because he also tells him something about watching out for her, you know, when he was, I forgot what the conversation was like. So it's like, I'm not 100% that he don't know. And if he do know, then that kind of make Alex kind of, like, I mean, it makes him and Kayla both kind of, and you know, he already on my list right now. So I can do that.
Yeah, I don't feel, well, even if he told them, they never gave us a moment where they actually had the conversation. Kayla definitely needs to say, hey, I smashed your homie. But they were all close friends at some point. They were all friends. Which is why she was way off doing whatever she was doing, but they were able to call her and she would come and help with whatever they had going on. So I don't know. Maybe they'll feel sorry enough for us and give us a moment where Alex it's revealed that the two of them, you know, are smashing.
Did it seem like they insinuated that one other officer that was on the scene that she smashed him too? Because they was saying something that sounded like it was kind of real sexual, like they done did something.
She get around.
Like, yeah, you saw him too.
Around,
like him too. What?
Dang, Kayla. Dang,
like, come on now.
Yeah, but listen, I want to know how Lance gonna bring Obama in his mess. He went to
That's
the
what
press
I
conference and he's on the news saying how, you know, he's just so apologetic. He had no idea. Ignorance is not, you know, the biggest thing. But at the end of the day, I do take full responsibility, and whatever happens to me, I'm going to accept my punishment. Then what you need to do is get in the dirt. That's what you need to do. Then he tries to flip this as a whole profit, non-profit type situation. And this is why are the children, why are the families sending the children to go and work? Because because of hunger and they need money. Boy, shut up and don't bring Obama in your bull. I'm sorry, EJ.
Okay, what Tika said, leave Obama out of this. He had nothing to do with this. We don't want to be a part of it. We are not affiliated. None of that stuff. Leave him out of this. Just leave him out of the whole thing. Like, please. Like, he's somewhere living his best life right now. And, you know, just trying to be left alone. Leave him out, Lance. While you out here, got these little kids out here working, out here, got these little kids out here, ain't no telling what else he got going on. And then just straight up lied about it. Like the way he lied with a straight face and they out here clapping and stuff. And I'm just like, have we not seen enough stories like this that when something like this come out, they lying about not knowing. You can't have a whole business like this and not know what's happening inside of your business. That would make you a horrible business person if you don't know what's going on inside of your business, if you don't know what these people are doing. Okay, like that just wouldn't make any sense at all. And for you to get up here and tell me that and expect me to believe that, I mean, you really just think that I'm dumb. Like you think that I'm stupid. But that's what they was all given. They was all given that they was buying into every little thing that he was saying. And then the way he spent it at the end, that further lets you know that he full of crap. Like only somebody full of crap would take this as an opportunity to spin it and pitch something and then try to suck you into it. Like, don't try to turn it on me. Why? So the bigger question is why would the parents? No, the bigger question is why do you have children working in your nonprofit business that you're supposed to be out here feeding the hungry, helping the needy, but instead you are using children, they are getting hurt and all sorts of other things. Like, who does that? Like, no, the way he would have had to get trampled right there at that thing, he would have had to get drugged, like that booed part. Or something. If y'all don't want to go to jail, just boo him. Anything. I'm just saying.
That part, because what you're not gonna do is act like Obama was in the Epstein files. I'm just saying, okay.
He really got up there on national TV and said, "I have Black friends."
Exactly.
He said, "Before y'all come over here trying to call me racist, like I'm doing crimes against people of color and immigrants, I do. All right. I feel for them. I can't believe this was happening because I'm cool with people of color, you know, like I'm locked in with them. Like I would never have anything like that go. Like ask Barack, like he knows that I'm a good thing. Barack ain't said shit. Don't put him in it.
Okay.
Don't
Keep
put
his
him in
name out your mother freaking mouth.
Don't put him in your shenanigans just because you going down and you need to make, you wanted to seem like you culturally competent, that you don't want people to think that you know that you wouldn't be like clearly out of all people that immigrant to the country, it's might have funny is that the ones in your sweatshops look a particular nationality. Like they all look in particular this way. So we already know what it's giving, but you come up on here trying to make it seem like, oh no, that I would never do that because I hang around Black people.
Right.
Black and brown people cool with me. Boy, if you don't sit down and get off of this, because they should have had the next scene been them getting a cease and desist letter from the Obamas.
Okay.
That part.
Yep. Listen, yeah, that whole thing was crazy, man. I was like, but then on top of that, boy, he said, "You work for me, son." He told Alex, "You work for me." And what you not gonna do is come in here trying to accuse me of nada. Do you know this woman? That's all we want to know. Do you know this woman? And Lance is like, no, I don't know that woman. Harpo, who this woman? I don't know who she is. At the end of the day, you're not gonna come in here and disrespect me. And then Miss Pilgrim over here decides to chime in, and I'm just like, girl, if I could mother wipe you through the screen, I would, because what y'all not gonna do is play in Alex's face. But like I said, he shows them an image of Rebecca, and that's when Lance is just saying, listen, I don't care what you're talking about. You can't arrest me. He kind of like throwing it in Alex's face, because you technically work for me. You're working to make sure that this person doesn't unalive me. That's all you need to be investigating right now. Don't worry about it. If I'm using kids for child labor and all this other foolishness. Again, your boy Shaggy was about to get snatched. He was about to get snatched, Kay. Any thoughts on just that whole conversation?
Alex said, now look, I ain't one of them little banditos that's in your sweatshop. You ain't gonna talk to me any kind of way. Because if it looked like a duck and it quacked like a duck, I'ma call it a duck. So I don't know who you think you talking to, because I don't care nothing about you and all that money that you make. Guess who got the badge? Okay? You need me. I don't need you. You need me to help clear your name. But I'm the top flight around here. So what you not gonna do is try to tell me that I'm wrong in my assessment, because I'm not. He's like, I'm not one of your yes men that you could just pay off. Like, you ain't gonna try to toss me a few dollars and expect me to play nice and to go along with what you say. That's not what I'm here for. And if it's you, I'm gonna make sure that I come and see you. I said, this is the kind of police work that I like.
Okay, oh, shucky ducky, quack quack.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think you on mute, Tick Tick.
You on mute?
My bad. I was just saying, EJ, any thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, this whole scene right here, like, don't be stunning my guy, okay? Don't do that. First of all, this was just classic. Oh gosh, let me be PG. This was just your classic run of the mill white privilege at its best. You know what I'm saying? This is exactly what it was. Like, he's basically telling him, like, you work for me because I made a phone call and I was able to get this, that, and this. Like, you here to do a job for me, so technically you need to do what I say. And that's just not the way that this goes. That's just not the way that this is, because at the end of the day, we gonna figure out who it is, what it is, and we need all the answers. You already done lied to me. You already done acted like you weren't, like, you already left out pertinent information. And then if this little heifer over here had said, oh, it couldn't be me, this is why I can't be in these type of jobs right here, because it couldn't be me. Because the way I would have had to go ahead and just punch her because she want to step up and be Billy Badass, I see now. But yeah, I mean, everything about this was just, I can't wait till we get to the point where we get to finally slap these cuffs on him, because I guarantee you he was on that island. I don't care what nobody says. That Joker was on that island. He was on that island with that man. You know what I'm saying? With the one that she took out. It wasn't about no business arrangement. Yeah, it was, you was out here on this island with the rest of the scumbag billionaires doing the absolute most. And I can't wait till we like wrap this all up and we really get to throw this in his face and we really get to lock him up. Better yet, because he don't even deserve to get, he deserves to be locked up, right? Because that's gonna be the one that gets him. You know what I'm saying? Being locked up with all them criminals, you know. Being less than, because this didn't make any sense. And I was like, Alex, you can't do it, but I want to just come through this TV and just, woo. But you can't do it.
He said, sit down, boy.
Okay. Like, exactly.
Like, stay in your place.
I was like, but you talking about somebody who was on edge in this particular part right here. I said they didn't have to do this, because the way my mind just, I was like,
yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, they did a lot. But we're trying to figure out, we find out who the woman is. Basically, they're trying to find out who the woman is. And so it's not a manhunt anymore because we know Esteban has been unalived. It's a woman hunt. They know that this woman who was at the casino, she was all up in Alex's face. She's connected. So now they're trying to find out who this woman is, and is it justice or was it actually revenge, y'all? And so Akbar, shout out to Akbar for coming through with the receipts, because he goes all the way back to when she was a little girl. Finds the image of her through newspaper articles, find out some incidents that happened in Ohio. Letitia said that why y'all messing with Ohio right now? Ohio must be trafficking some stuff. I'm just saying that's why they on the list. But they find out that her name it used to be Luce, now it's Jessica. They pull up the auntie's ID card or their identification, as well as Rebecca's new identification card, aka Luce Delights. And thanks to Akbar as well as the rest of the team, her name used to be Luce Porters, but they finally were able to put two and two together. So Kay, any thoughts on just this whole investigative process? And kudos to them for figuring it out, because I was like, how y'all gonna figure that out?
Yeah, this is some good teamwork. Y'all doing some good police work here. But I like that instead of them like beating down on her so hard, they were once they figured out, like, I think we know who this is, they were like, what all do she know? Like, now we know she's doing it for a reason, that she might have some good information for us. Like, they weren't trying to make it seem like she was just, Ghostface out here slashing and dashing people. They like, she got a motive. Like, if she's doing this, she's being very calculated. She might know some things that could help us. And to get the real person that's out here, like, they doing some things that she know about, maybe she got something that can help us pop this thing wide open. And that's what Alex was thinking, because he's just like, I feel like this is not her just, unaliving people just for fun. Like, she is doing this for a reason, and whatever that reason is real serious, is bigger than what we know. She might have some good intel for us. And I'm like, that's what we need to be looking at. She ain't the real enemy here, and y'all need her help to figure out just who he is. And he was already sitting in y'all face. Y'all just need to wrap it around.
Period. EJ.
Yeah. No, I agree 100%. I think that it made sense that they asked questions, and that they were like, not just going after her like, oh, this is 100% like she's just, like she was the one that was the bad guy. Like, because we've all said that she isn't the bad guy. Like, she's just a vigilante who's trying to get justice, right? Like, we know that what she's doing is for a greater cause. I mean, clearly, it may not be the best way to go about it, but sometimes, you got to serve justice a different type of way. And so that's why we're here. And I love that they didn't go that route, that they want to know what it is. And see, that's what Lance's problem is right there. He just wants them to go get somebody and not ask the questions and not try to figure out why. But at the end of the day, you have to be able to know why in order to be able to even find the person. Like, you got to figure out what the backstory is. Why are we even here? So I loved it.
Yeah, absolutely. They definitely did their due diligence. Listen, let's see. She said it's only a waste of time if you don't finish it. So auntie giving me like, she'd been through the trenches and she ready to take some folks out. I wonder how many people's fingers has auntie sliced off, but she's letting her know, oh, he would be honored, saying that Esteban would be honored about the tattoo, and you can treat him as a martyr. But if we hadn't took him out, we wouldn't have had to treat him like no martyr. And she stay in this tub. She stay bathing. But anyway, I digress.
She be having to make sure she stay fresh and clean at all times.
Pretty much. But Kay, any thoughts? And then EJ, any thoughts on just them trying to treat this whole situation as if old boy Esteban was a martyr, and they're trying to make her kind of like act like it was a ultimate sacrifice that he made, but she actually fell in love with him because he loved her so much. Just any thoughts on poor Rebecca?
Yeah, because at the end of the day, I still like, even though, like I said, old boy was super obsessed and he was a little extra with it. I really think that he was more of an asset than I don't think that I really don't think that he was going to be her downfall per se. I think if anything, them making her have to take him out like this is really gonna weigh on her even more. And that's probably gonna be more of the downfall than anything. And then trying to really talk to her like, oh, if you got to make him a martyr, then that's maybe like trying to make that the route. Maybe if she does that in her mind, maybe it'll make her feel better. But no, it won't. Like, no, because he shouldn't have had to been a martyr. You know what I'm saying? Like, he should have just been able to still be alive, and being able to help, because clearly he was able to get all this information. He was an asset. I just don't think that he was. I really think that they made a mistake with that one, because I think that it's really weighing on her. How is she going to be able to do what she's supposed to do when she has this big weight on her? Because her whole mission has been about making people suffer that have done evil things, that have done wrong things. And here was somebody who did not do anything evil or wrong in the sense of how we, in the sense of, you know what I mean? Not the bad guys are the bad guys, clearly, and I get that, and I'm not mad at nobody taking out the bad guys. So in the sense of not going after people who are good, he ain't doing nothing wrong. And now she's had to take him out, and I think that kind of weighs on her, because that hasn't been what her mission is about. She's not just a serial killer that's just out here doing it for trophies and trying to satisfy some weird, sick desire in herself. She's really a vigilante, and she's really trying to take down the people who have done wrong and who keep getting away with it, because regular justice will not take them down. We heard about the judge that got all the cases put into her court so that she could get all these things dismissed. You can't fight a jacked up system in the right way. You can only fight a jacked up system in a wrong way. I mean, it's sad, but it's the only way. So I just thought that I think it's having an opposite effect, basically.
Gotcha.
I look at it. EJ said it good. Because I really, like I said in the beginning, they didn't have to do that. And I think for her, even though that she done, sliced and diced and popped off a few people, but in her mind, they were all monsters. So I think her sitting with Esteban was like, for her, the first time she actually unalived somebody for real. Like in her mind, this might be the first kill.
Right.
Because the rest of them, like, they did, they were horrible people. They were monsters. Those, they ain't not weighing on her conscience at all. But like now it's sitting on her for that, like, dang, I really just took somebody out. Like for real. And that's gonna be weighing on her conscience. And see, that's where they went wrong, because she had a pretty good her conscience was clear of everything that she was doing. She was walking around life guilt-free. Now, how is she supposed to continue to maneuver around now that she has this shame and this guilt on her shoulders?
Right. Yeah. It's a lot on Rebecca, aka Luce. I agree. Absolutely agree with both the ladies. She shouldn't have had to take him out. I think he would have stood 10 toes down for her. He definitely was trying to, but then he kind of understood it's a sacrifice. It's just one that she just can't really handle right now. Kandi, you got problems, because Kandi said she done sat on a whole bunch of dongs since we've seen her, and this is why she keep taking all these herbal baths. Okay.
She got to make sure that she rinse it out.
And she does. Oh my God.
Leave it to Kandi.
Okay. Okay, so finally we're getting to the moment where we're seeing Samson and Vega. We're seeing them not Vega. Is her name Vega? I forgot her name. Vega
I
was
think
the
it's
one from the
Vegas.
last. Oh, okay, it is
I
Vega.
think it's
Okay.
Vegas.
Girl, my brain everywhere. But okay, so we see they're finally investigating, and it wasn't. And this is the case for LaDonna, his mother who abandoned him. And he, regardless of the fact that she left him basically hanging all these years, he thought she was gone. He's like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and investigate this case. I mean, she got one of the best on the case, but she's not telling him the truth because he's trying to figure out who the heck is TK. Let's go try to talk to find a TK so we can see what actually happened. Well, it looks like listening to the recording, they thought that there were only 5 shots, but there actually end up being 6 shots. So where's the other bullet? And they're trying to say that there's someone running around because they don't see any, holes in the walls or anything that reflects on a 6th shot. Somebody's out there running around with a hole in them, and they could be the answer to what actually happened. Kay, EJ, any thoughts on this particular moment with Samson and his investigation for LaDonna?
Why don't she just tell them the damn truth about what's going on so they ain't got to be doing this damn Scooby-Doo mission? Because I'm pretty sure she know a lot more than she's letting on. Okay, that lady been knowing a lot more his whole life than he's been letting on. Why are you making them do all the heavy lifting? I know her old ass ain't still living by the damn no snitching rule. Lady, if you don't tell these folks what's going on and stop wasting the police time, so they got other stuff to go through. You see what we going through with Lance right now. Stop wasting their time and tell these. Will you tell him what happened already so we can move on with it? I'm like, y'all are doing a whole lot for somebody who probably actually know the truth already. Or at least if she don't know, she can point them in the direction that do, other than sitting there like she don't know nothing, she ain't seen nothing, and she's innocent. No, you're not. No, you're not.
That part.
Yep.
Team too much.
Real quick, I want to hit one of these super stickers from DeMarcus. Since we've talked about Nat, or since we talked about the security of Lance, who was about to, I wanted to take her through there, y'all. But who do y'all dislike more, Lance security, Nat or Kayla? My type of question, 2 ops.
Kayla.
He already know. With Kayla, without question.
I ain't got no ties to Nat. I don't know that woman. Bump her and her bad haircut. Kayla.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Both of them. Because Nat got a bad attitude. Because what you're not gonna do is talk to Alex like that. That's what you're
Kayla
not gonna
got a
do.
bad attitude too.
But I'm talking about the way
like
she was talking to Alex. The way she was talking to Alex, I don't like it.
I don't like how Kayla was talking to Alex when he turned that mic off when he was talking to Luce. And then she's talking about, well, why you do all of that? Let him do his investigation how he want to do it. You ain't his boss. Let him do it.
She think he is. She thinks
exactly.
she is.
All right. Well, thank you again, DeMarcus, for that super sticker, super chat. I don't
Marcus tried to set us up. Thought we was gonna say Nat.
All right. Okay. All right. So we finally see they have found the address of Luz Paras, aka Rebecca Matthews. And I don't care if Matthews got 2 T's in it. I've seen it with 1 T. So anyway, they go and they talk to her, trying to get some answers, but she ain't biting, she ain't snapping, she ain't answering any questions. I don't know who that is. Like literally, that's all she really could say. I don't know who that is. I don't know what you're talking about. They asked her about Esteban. She kind of hesitated a little bit, but then she denied, even communicating with him, knowing him or anything. So any particular thoughts on, matter of fact, let's just go ahead and get to the actual conversation. Hold on 1 second, y'all. No, I ain't gonna do that. Any thoughts of them just pulling up on a girl, pulling up on Luce at her crib and letting them know we know that we know that we know that we know.
She said, where the warrant at? For y'all to be coming up here, be trying to ask me all these questions. I don't see no warrant. Did y'all read my Miranda rights or anything? So you think I'm supposed to just tell y'all whatever y'all want to because y'all pull up at my house? Nah, she a little bit smarter than that. She said, try somebody else.
I mean, but Alex is her type. As Candy says, she like to slide.
Well, that's why she agreed to meet up with him.
Exactly. See what we can do.
That part. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna take that, bring this back. And so, just talking about y'all girl L. L, why is you here? Like, you are not a part of the family, and we're just gonna cover everything that happened. So L goes to the house. She has to take Janie to the her soccer game, and Janie is all frantic, going through a little panic attack. Oh my God, I forgot to get the ribbons for the other girls on the team. They're gonna be mad at me. I was supposed to do this. The coach says I have to eat. And Janie, then Elle is there. She's there to save the day. But when they get back from this whole game or this practice or game that she had to go to, we find out that Elle thought it was gonna be a good idea to give Janie a journal. And then she opens up her own journal to show her how to actually structure her own journal. Well, the journal was a good idea, but baby, Papa, who this man? Like, do you here because you love me, or you here because you love us? She didn't say me. She said, are you here because you love us? Meaning me, my daddy, my brother, Mama Nana, like the whole family. Is that what you're saying? And so she sees this man's name in Elle's book, and she sees the phone number and all the information. And is that your boyfriend? And this is somebody I like, maybe, I don't know, maybe not, we'll get to a relationship, whatever. Quit lying to the little girl, that's your man. And so Janie said, do my daddy know? So what we didn't agree to is you to be going out there and getting another man and not being with my daddy, because we're supposed to be one big happy family. So any thoughts on Janie as well as Elle and their whole conversation?
Like my comments.
See, this what she trying to be play in, fill in mom, but you don't really have what it takes to be. Like, you don't really know these kids like you supposed to. Cause see, this one right here remind me of my daughter. She too smart for her own good. She sassy. She don't care what she say. She too no too much. You can't don't give her an inch because she gonna take a mile. Like, you didn't think that this was where it was gonna lead to. Like, do you not know these kids these days? Did you not think that it was gonna go left real fast? Like this, like, no, you don't know these kids as well as you do. You act like you think you know best for these children, but you don't. Because children, they hold on to things and they attach to people and they love hard. Now, don't be in here having her thinking is one thing and it's not, and you only giving her half truths, and you think just because she's a child, she gonna be naive and ain't gonna put two and two together. You got the wrong one messed up messing with these little black girls these days. You messed up with the wrong person here. And she told you about yourself because somebody needed to tell you about yourself, because somebody ain't checked her right now. You can't be in this man's house hanging out with his kids, taking them to practice, trying to make life decisions to help them out. But you tell their father, I don't want you because you put me in the line of the fire. And you going out with this other man, but still telling this other dude, well, I'm still going to be over there hanging out with his kids. You need to decide what you want, because the children know what they want. Alex know what he wanted. This other dude know what he wanted. She just in the mode of like, well, maybe I can have my cake and eat it too. And it just blew up in your face. So, ma'am, go have several seats. I don't feel bad for you at all. Fuss at her again. Matter of fact, tell your brother so he can get her ass too. Gang up on her.
Period.
That part. Absolutely. I agree with all of that, because at the end of the day, it's Elle's choice. Of course, she don't want to be with Alex because she says he put her in harm's danger, even though I stand by my word when I say that man did not put her in harm's danger. She had already been in harm's danger. She just didn't know about it. It's one thing you can't say that he put you in danger when you've always been in the danger. You just didn't know that you was in the danger. But the good part about it is that you didn't look like no serial killer. So what? You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, we could go back and forth on that one, but that's what irks me about Elle, is that she doesn't think that there's a gray area. And I feel like there is a gray area. Alex was trying to catch a serial killer. If he had told her this, then she would have reacted the way that she did, and it would have spooked him, and it just would have been messed up. She would have went to this party though, regardless. What if Alex found out after the fact? What if Alex had found out in the 9th hour? Like, you still would have went to this man's birthday party regardless. And I feel like she's taking that part out of the equation. And that's what irks me, because we're using only this as the motive as to why we can't be together. When you chase this man down this whole time, knowing he had just lost his wife, knowing that he was still emotionally not there, but yet you chased him down and you just really wanted this man to, I'm just going to wait for you, whenever you're ready. But now when he finally ready, now it's, oh, you put me in harm's way, ma'am. Like, make a decision, but then you still want to be there. You still want to be a part of the kids' lives. You still want to be a part of Nana Mama life. You still want to smash when you want to smash. You know what I'm saying? You still want to get that back broke in, but we can't be together because of X, Y, and Z. No, it really does make it very confusing. Kids are smart. They are very, very smart. They pay attention to things. They see things. They knew that this was more than just Elle and Daddy are friends. Elle and Daddy are smashing. We know. They probably don't know what smashing. Well, they probably do. But you know what I'm saying? Like, they know that there is something romantic going on with this, and that she is potentially someone that is going to be in our lives. And now you are playing this role because, my mom is gone, right? But you're playing this role and potentially filling this space and this void that I need to be filled. In the traditional sense, in the kid's mind, you're filling that role because you're with my father. You're not feeling like that's not how I want this. Like, and I get that she don't always get to have what she wants, but the problem is that a conversation should have been had. Hey, Alex even should have, maybe they both could have sat her down and had this conversation. Listen, me and Elle are not together in that way anymore. She'll still be around, blah, blah, blah. If that's the route that they wanted to go, because clearly Alex didn't want to go that route. He just really don't have no options. And I actually have to give him a little bit of props, because even he knew that this was going to be confusing and that this wasn't going to be the play. But because he ain't got no options and Nana Mama won't bring her ass home, we are where we are. I blame Nana Mama. Come home, girl. Come home. Because this is not what we need to do. And now we got little mama here who like, no, like, y'all didn't ask me. This ain't what I want. This is not what it is. And I actually agree with her. Like, kids still deserve to know things. Like, they need to know what's happening so that she'll know what type of relationship she's trying to build with her. And if she wants to continue to try to build that relationship, because let that little girl see her over here with this man somewhere just.
Oh, and she underestimated the power of a daddy's girl. That's a daddy's girl right there. You messing with the wrong. She gonna stand 10 toes behind hers. Like, you really going up against a daddy's girl? You see how her attitude changed like that? Like, oh, I know you ain't doing this to my daddy, my hero, not my dad. Well, who? And this is who you went up against, a daddy's girl. These little girls do not play about their dads. They not playing about that. She will cut you off quick behind her dad. Like, it ain't like her dad is her everything. Like, if you feel like you're hurt, if you hurting him, you're hurting her. Like, they gonna defend their daddy with everything that they have. That is their superhero. And for some reason, little girls always feel like they have to be protective over their fathers. And like, you don't want to get on her bad side behind her dad when you could have just been upfront and honest with her. But now you done got on her bad side because her dad is her everything. And you done crossed the daddy's girl the wrong way. And you should have been more conscious of that and how she felt about her dad. You already knew this about her. And you feel like you was gonna try to hide your dating life from her when she thinks that your dating life is with her dad. Ma'am, you messed up this whole situation real wrong. You crossed the daddy's girl, and I don't know how you gonna fix that, because now you on her bad side. And if you ain't trying to get back with Alex, do not come back around her, because this is the attitude face you're gonna see every time. She ain't letting shit slide.
That part. And not to mention, I'm okay with the hold on with team with as Candy say, hashtag team L. Listen, I listen. Team L all day, whatever your vibe is. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not a problem. I don't care about Elle choosing herself. I care about the gray area that she keeps putting up, and then she's making it difficult and hard. You can't be my man and be coming around me every day and my kids every single day, but tell me you don't want me. Like, there's just no world where I think that that even works for anybody. I just think that that is just a weird situation. And I'm glad that Elle is here for the kids. I'm not saying that I'm not glad. That's nice that she's there, but it would be crazy for them to think that this wasn't going to be an issue if they weren't upfront about what was happening, if they weren't keeping it real. Like, we are not together. She is simply a babysitter. She is simply the nanny. She is simply the person who is helping. She is what they call it, a mother's helper. She is a mother's helper. That's what they call it in the burbs.
But see, but even with little kids, though, even when they say that, don't come over here acting like you gonna be in that place. Because even though you might say we ain't together, I'm just here to help. The child's still gonna get the wrong idea because she's still gonna think, well, y'all was together at one time. Maybe you slide right back in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, do not give them the wrong impression, because that's how she's gonna feel. If she's already lost her mom and now you want to come around, she is going to be very protective over her dad. So don't come over here pretending to play house if that's not really what you want. That is going to cause confusion and added stress and pressure to them kids, and children internalize things. Yeah. And now you're going to internalize them, and they're going to think like, why is it that you don't want to be around us? And what do we have to do with it? Like, are you here for us? And then you don't want to be here, and then you want to go have a whole other family. Like, why don't you like us? They're going to internalize that. Like, you can't have it both ways. Elle need to get some healthy boundaries, because right now what you're doing is hurting that little girl, and it's not fair to her because you want to somehow have one foot in the door and one foot out.
And that's exactly what it is. She doesn't want to let go. That's the problem right there. She literally says that she doesn't want to be with Alex, but does she not really want to be? She wants to be there just enough. And let's just keep it real. If Alex ever brought another woman around, like, nobody is going to understand this dynamic. Like, old dude didn't understand the dynamic. It's just that he wasn't her man. So he didn't really have no choices but to ride with whatever she was saying. They were just trying to get to know each other. But if Alex ever brings anybody else around, nobody's going to understand this dynamic. It's literally almost like, I'm going to keep everybody else away. I don't want you, but I'm definitely going to stay just enough, showing up for breakfast, all this other stuff. Like, come on. Elle know what she doing, y'all. Elle knows exactly what she doing.
But you doing wrong playing with a daddy's girl. Because this ain't turning out well for you.
She effed around and got her feelings hurt because baby girl Janie went full investigation on her. And so bye, peace, deuces. I'm out. Don't come following me. Drop that little journal on the floor.
Exactly. And like I said, this the face she gonna see every time she come around now. That's the face she gonna see.
Every time, y'all. So we got Bobby Trey outside throwing the ball with the dog. I forgot the dog's name from last season. Oh my God. And I asked him if he was going to play with that dog again. And so anyway, she wants to know, because he's calling Kayla, listen, I need to know if you're going to be able to get this can my guy get this deep fake situation removed? Whole time she's supposed to be in Florida with Alex, working on this whole situation with Luz, and I guess he's off in the shower in the bathroom. Looked like they both just got out the shower, good old couples shower. Her hair wet, he putting lotion on his arm. So anyway, she speaks to Bobby Trey and you know, he's saying, can your guy get this situation fixed? Because he's still on her neck, no matter what. He's still on Kayla's neck. Like, if you're a dirtbag if you're the dirtbag that I think you are, I'm coming for your neck. So, you know, she says, well, I really didn't want to do this, but here's the information. Go find him. Tell him I need him to, you know, work on this project. Any thoughts on Bobby Trey just being so active out in the sun? Boy, you free. You free, Bobby Trey. You ain't got to hide from anybody. You could go to the park with the dog. You could do all the things you need to do. I know y'all hate seeing Alex and Kayla kiss. That's why I put it up there anyway. He was trying to let her know I got your back, because she seemed like she off in the distance. She's off in the whole other world. But this is her opportunity right here to tell Alex, hey, this is what is going on in my life. But she keeps lying. She keeps holding this secret in, as if, you know, there's nothing. She's acting as if there's nothing. So, yep, Tika really. So yeah, EJ, then K. Any thoughts on Bobby Trey, Alex, and Kayla?
Well, yeah, I pass on Kayla and Alex in that order. I pass on anything that has to do with them in the together sense. But Bobby Trey, again, he always coming through. Like at the end of the day, he just needs to know, listen, you got somebody who can do what they need to do in order to prove that this truly isn't you, because he still don't believe it. Like if this ain't, I need to know that this ain't you, because if it is, I'm about to come see you again. Only I'm about to skin that face off. You know what I'm saying? He's about to do whatever needs to be done. And it's so interesting that he feels so strongly about this. You know what I'm saying? Like he's very, very strong about this. And I honestly, I love it. It feels good to see Bobby Trey caring about something that is wrong so badly, because after what we saw him do last season, this is a different Bobby Trey. I mean, it feels like he could probably be part of the team at this point, like, not directly, indirectly, of course, but so I do like that. And yeah, Kayla was in La La Land because that's what people do when they lie and they doing the absolute most and they trying to save themselves. And, when that's all they really care about, I'm going to be in La La Land too, because I need to figure out how I'm going to not get caught up in this mess, especially now that they got a deep fake on me. I mean, that mess look real.
Right.
But yeah, I'm with Tika. This could have been the chance that she said something and she's doing more hiding and stuff. Because I was like, why she got to step outside to have this conversation? So you literally and thank God they saved us from a love scene. I was not in the mood, but they spared us from a love scene. But we can infer what y'all just did. So he's good enough to smash, but not good enough for you to tell him this whole side quest that you got going on. Like, how is he going to feel finding out what you're doing? Like, how is he going to feel that you left him out? Like, he's going to feel like you've been hiding things, like you don't trust him, like, you have this whole secret life that you didn't want him part of, and you be a hypocrite because see, when he do things that you're not a part of, then you're like, oh, well, I was supposed to know, or you could have told, or why I didn't know. No, but you have this whole thing going on, this whole part of your life and your career that he knows nothing about, this other part of what's going on with you. But he do one small thing like unplug a mic and you all down his throat. But yet you have all of this going on. I'm just like, how is he ever supposed to trust you with all of this going on when you could have said something? It's giving, I'm just fetishing after being able to like sleep with him, and then that's
Right.
it.
Nice. Okay. All right. Well, I hear that. Shout out to DeMarcus with the super chat. It says Bobby Trey could feel that Kayla's experiment has something to do with him getting kicked off of the police force. That would be interesting if that is how that plays out. I wouldn't mind them going into more detail, making Bobby Trey a part of why he actually got kicked off the force. I wouldn't be mad at that. At that scenario. So, because he couldn't have just been a dirtbag his entire life. I'm just saying. But we see Donnie as well as Luce, aka Rebecca, and they're trying to let him know. They're trying to let her know. Listen, don't let this investigator or this detective or Dr. Cross, don't let him get in your head. Remember the whole mission. And so she's just saying, she's thinking with talking with him, she's just gonna, give him whatever information, but it's not gonna be anything detrimental that's gonna be able to shut down their operation. But he's just saying, look, I have a reason too. I have a why as to why I am here, why I'm a part of this whole situation. And I asked that question the last time we talked about this. I was wondering, why was Donnie, what was his role, or why was he so, basically dead set on helping with this whole situation, taking out Lance and all of these other creeps. Well, we find out that his parents owned a farm that was near one of the Crestbrook plants, and he went because they were basically they were putting toxins in the ground and in the air, and it was making his family sick. His sister had asthma and all these different things. Well, he went and burned down one of the chicken coops, but found out that they were hiding children in the chicken coop, and he basically unalived all the children in the chicken coop. So he felt so badly after that situation. He started being a vigilante, like, like Kayla. Now, I don't know how he and Kayla found each other. I could have missed that. If anybody can explain it, please let me know. But this is his wife. So he's basically showing her this to tell her, don't lose focus on the bigger picture. EJ, EJ, whichever way y'all want to go. Any thoughts on just him exposing himself, to Luce?
Yeah, I thought this was an interesting story. I love this. I actually loved hearing about oh God, I'm still thinking about Donnie's backstory. I thought it was interesting because everybody joins a cause for a reason. It's usually always emotionally driven, right? Something happens and people take up a cause, right? And we have Donnie's story where that's exactly what happens, and what I found more interesting than anything was that they've been doing this for so long. Like, he says in his story that this was before they were Crestbook, whatever they are now. Like, this was when they were Crestbook Farms, I think, or something like that, he says. So before they were this bigger entity, they were still using immigrants and children and working these people. So you've been doing this for a long time. Like, you tried to say that, I hooked up with a scumbag on the island because I needed to know how to, get people to work during COVID. No, sir. You've been doing this for so long that, like, you can't. I think personally, I think that he's been doing this since the beginning, since he's taken up this cause that he knew that he could make money from, because I don't even think that it has anything to do with, charity. I don't think it has anything to do with giving back. I don't think it has anything to do with humanity. I don't think it has anything to do with any of these causes that he claims that it has to do with, right? I think that it's all about money at the end of the day. And this is how he cuts the cost everywhere while claiming to do these greater good of things. But Donnie's story was actually pretty heartbreaking to know that you tried to take down the man, only you ended up burning all of these people. Then you tried to save them. But I don't know. It was just a sad story, but it did ignite her, whatever it did, try to get her out of her funk. But I don't know. It was good to hear though, but I don't know how they crossed up. I don't remember if they've told us yet.
Right. Gotcha.
Yeah, Donnie said he don't trust nobody. Okay. He said he's like, they don't know all you do. You gonna go over there and you gonna try to explain stuff. They don't know nothing that's going on. You ain't got to go over there talk about nothing, telling nothing, because all the things that he's seen, the police are untrustworthy. You can't trust none of that what's going on, because he knows some of them are a part of it. And it's like, how do you know that going to go talk to them is not going to make things worse coming out, because some of them are dirty. Like, we don't know. We don't have to trust nobody. And he's not wrong.
Right.
He's not wrong.
Absolutely. I absolutely agree. His story was definitely a sad one, and I agree with him not trusting nobody. Because like you said, law enforcement has been involved and they've gotten away with it. They've been doing it this amount of years. So at this point, we got to take it into our own hands, stay the course, stay focused, Luce, aka Rebecca, because we got a mission, and it's not going to be complete until we complete the mission, and that's to get the head WMIC, the head white man in charge, and take Lance on up out of here. We just got to do what we got to do. That's just one of them. We got many more to go. But with that being said, y'all, if y'all are here, y'all been here for an hour and plus minutes, and we are almost done. I can assure you of that. But thank you so much for hanging out with us so far. So if you are here and you haven't hit that like button yet, make sure you hit that like button on all the channels. Spread the word, let everybody know that we are here talking about Cross season 2, episode 5. And go to all the channels. K Bly, Slice of Horror, go to TV Junkie, go to All Things Ruthless, and definitely come on over to Talk That Talk Media, hit that subscribe button, tap that notification bell, hit a like, go watch a couple of videos too on all the channels. Get those numbers up for us. Thank you. And moving right on. We found Bruce Folsom. He out there swiping left on pictures, and Bobby Trey says, get the big chick, okay? Just get the big chick. You need some juice in your life. And I think that the big chick on the picture will be the one to give you the juice that you need. But he's saying that Kayla Craig needs a favor, and I'm here to basically collect on that favor. Any thoughts of Bobby Trey just pulling up on Bruce Folsom, who clearly had nothing else better to do? He's supposed to be the FBI agent, but he out here swiping left on the latest dating app. Any thoughts, EJ and Kay?
Girl, no.
Exactly. This is just why you can't trust the police. Because what is he doing?
Nothing.
What are you doing?
About the snitch. I knew he was gonna snitch. I knew he was gonna run and tell it.
Right. Wasting up government time, spending government funds, doing nothing.
Exactly. They ain't paying Bobby Trey enough at this point.
Is he even getting paid?
Exactly. If they ain't, he need a raise or something, because he putting in real footwork, and he around looking like, what are y'all? This is why y'all so messed up right now. Because what are you doing? What are you doing on the clock? Really? You couldn't save this for after work?
Right. That part. Okay. All right. So we see the meetup, the conversation, the sit down, and whole time it looks like Luce is going, she's gonna do right. She just needs 24 hours to, say her goodbyes. And she played the hell out of Alex. That's all I can say, because he thought that she believed the sky was purple. She thought that he had her when that little, or he thought that he had her when that little tear ran down her eye. But Luce was like, okay, all right, give me 24 hours, and then I'll report. I'll give you my information where I'm going to be, and then I'll turn myself in. But we got Kayla. She got called back to DC. So Alex is kind of going to be on his own. Now, before we get to their the conversation with Luce as well as Alex, and we're going to go ahead and go to Kayla real quick, where Kayla is basically big mad about the past. Like, girl, why you bringing up old Ish? You call him Cross Almighty. She feels like she deserves credit on a situation or on a case that they solved. She felt like her name should have been put out there. So going back to Kayla's conversation, and then we'll get to going back to Luce and then Kayla. Any thoughts, EJ, and then Kay?
Okay, so first and foremost, I do not like whoever is writing this. Shout out to you, okay? I'm not disrespecting your writing or anything, but you could have done better, because there is no world where Alex Cross falls for this so quickly and easily. First, we got this situation with him and Kayla where he has these blinders on for her. The Alex Cross that we've come to know don't have no blinders up like this, and is not so deeply involved that he can't see some of the things. Like, I feel like we're dumbing Alex down to make, should I say this? We're dumbing Alex down to make Kayla look better. And I don't like that. It feels like that's what we're doing in these moments when we do these type of things right here. And I just don't think that Alex is this dumb. Like, I really don't think it. I feel like anybody could have saw that they were walking into this. Forget about all the feelings and the tears and all this. This man is supposed to be a psychiatrist, psychologist, whatever it is, for whatever. He got the high degree. Okay. He's supposed to be able to read people a little bit better than this. And even if he believed this for a second, he should not have went in there blind. You know what I'm saying? Like, he shouldn't have just, oh, I'm just going to believe her. All of a sudden, she's just going to give up her mission. Everything about her profile says that she's not. Everything about her profile says that she is going to go and to the highest level. She's going to take everybody down. That's what her profile says. Alex knows this. Why are we making it seem like Alex don't know this? And that has irritated me so much. I was so irritated with this episode because of that. Because I feel like we're trying. Let me just let it go. Okay. And then as far as what was the other thing, Tika? What was the other thing?
It was just the Kayla telling him he's almighty, never make any mistakes. That part.
Yeah. And it goes hand in hand. Like it goes hand in hand. We have this conversation right here because we know that we're about to make Alex mess up, and then we're gonna make her be right. You know, like we're gonna make her be right. And that's my thing. Like, I'm gonna just let it go. Go ahead, Kay. I'm gonna let it go because I'm crossing the line. I gotta remember we on the YouTube.
Hey, cross the line. Cross. We talked about cross.
I mean, you know, I didn't fault Alex for trying to feel like he want to get on the ground level with Luce and try to see what she talking about out here, because he wants to know what she knows. Like he knows, like, hey, she did all of this stuff, and we gonna have to bring her in. But she's out here doing the Lord's work. And so I need to know why. Like I need her to know, like, help me, I help you. Like maybe if I can build a rapport with her, she can give me some information that we are highly missing here. She's a missing piece of this puzzle, and I need her to bring it on home. And I need her to see that I want to know that too. Now, Kayla, boy, audacity was at a whole all-time high. Because how dare you go and tell him that, oh, you trying to get this, why are you trying to take this off on your own? You trying to steer in this direction, and why you couldn't let me hear what was going on? Why you think you know all of this and that? Ma'am, didn't you not just step outside on the balcony to have a whole conversation with a CI that he knows nothing about, off of a side quest from a past life in a past job that he knows nothing about? Like, you really had the audacity to step to him with all you got going on. Like she's a big ass hypocrite at this point. Like sometimes we just need to be quiet. Sometimes it's okay to not say nothing, because see, he's gonna remember when he figure out that, you know, you a lying piece of trash, that you stepped to him, tried to make him seem like he was in the wrong when the whole time you got a secret life.
Right. Yep. And I can't wait till he find out who she really is.
I can't wait till he find out.
Yeah, no, he just gonna give her grades. Come on now, y'all know how they finna play this story.
Well, we don't know that. We don't know how he's gonna actually react. Only thing I can say is, in regards to him and Kayla having that conversation, I mean, he's human and he don't know it all. He doesn't. He crawls, he the doctor, he the this and the that, and he can pick stuff out, but he don't know it all because he just don't. He human. That's just, you know. But I will say that I do know that the two writers that wrote this episode they look like Kayla. Shout out to Megan Dane, but baby, I'm gonna need you to do a little bit better because this is not the cross that we know. Shout out to Megan Dane. She's one of them. She wrote on Ruthless, so yeah. That's why we got what we got. That's all. But you know, after their little beef, she has to report back to DC, and we find out that Roy, good old Roy, is on the list too. He in the Epstein files too, y'all. He is responsible for basically hiding some information, and basically using it to basically get the job that he actually has. So any thoughts? And by the way, this is the showrunner right here, Ben Watkins, who is responsible for some of the shenanigans that we're getting on this show right now. Trying to make Alex look bad. This is one of the others that's responsible. So Kay, any thoughts, EJ?
I'm just trying to figure out, when they was insinuating, did they smash? Because it was giving that they didn't smash too.
Right.
Because that's why I said him too. So now, 'Cause again, she got some damn nerve always trying to make it seem like Alex is like he and the one in the wrong. And I know I know damn well she didn't smash him too, because that conversation was a little. I'm just like, was it just me that heard that like
No,
caught
you,
that?
yeah, you was right.
Okay, because I'm like, so we just getting around, huh? Kayla just out here thotting and bopping, all in the same kind of career. Can you pick somebody that's outside of this particularly career field right here? Okay, can we go outside of this? I just
She riding pole all the way to the top.
exactly. She out she out here in these she been out here in these streets and in these sheets,
That's great.
and
Right.
and it's that got her into some mess.
Yep.
And why don't nobody else know what she doing? How come ain't none of her coworkers suspicious of her? Like, I don't like, when most of the stuff that we watch is always some person that's like onto you. It's like somebody that's watching you in the shadows, like
Right.
peeking around the corner. Like, I know what you're doing. It's like she's doing all of this and don't nobody know what's going on. I don't like that. I don't like that. I need somebody to snitch on her at this point. Like, I need a mole. I need another mole. Somebody need to leak her information. Like, I need this information to get back to Alex. Like, I want somebody else to tell him and not her. Like, he needs to find out in a different method so he can go ahead and cut her off.
Child, absolutely. Because I mean, the one person that probably would have paid attention to it, he not even on the case. He over here playing, trying to figure out. And all LaDonna got to do is just tell him so we can get Samson over here so that Samson can pay attention, so that Samson can peep the stuff out that needs to be peeped. Because
Right.
okay, that's why they trying to keep Samson over here, because they know that they can't mess up everybody's character. They can't mess up everybody's what we have grown to know of these characters, because they couldn't get Samson over here and tell me Samson wouldn't have figured this out a long time ago and call Kayla out like, what you hiding? You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like that's would have been the thing. But at the end of the day, yeah, it's given they probably smashed too, for sure. And it's giving that now we know what she did with at the very end of that, at the very end of the episode, I mean, of the last season. Now we see exactly what it was when she wanted the information that she wanted, because remember, old boy had something on everybody. And that's where she got that from. It now it connects all of the dots. But my thing was well, nah, because I get it. Because somebody who's trying to climb a ladder the way that she's trying to climb a ladder, that's what you buy this type of stuff for. You buy this type of insurance policy to use on somebody later. Because I would think that somebody who wanted to, who was the good cop, good whatever it is, FBI agent, would have already taken that list and started to try to build cases and take these people down, because you got like a hell of a list, right? But that's not what you tried to do with it. Instead, you waited for the opportune moment to be able to use it, because you knew that you were going to be able to use it for blackmail at some point for somebody. Just happened to be this somebody. And that's exactly what she did with it, you know. And I don't know. I still like, to me, she still is not, and this has nothing to do with her and Cross. This has everything to do with just her whole character in general. Like, her whole character is shady. Nothing. If any other character on the show were doing this, it would be like, dang, they dirty. But for whatever reason,
like, somebody should have been following her, peeping around the corners. Like, somebody should have been let on to her for a while and been peeping her out for a while. Like, she just going unscathed, and I don't understand.
That's the whole point. Like, I don't understand either. Like, for whatever reason, we're allowing her to be able to do all of these things without any consequences. And I don't think we saw it over there in the beginning, like, because we didn't have as much of her as we do now. It's like, if you're finally kind of getting to see all the layers peel back of it. And so I'm just kind of see how far they gonna go with it.
Right. Well, we do see that she got what she wanted from out of Roy. She wanted Bruce to go ahead and do what he needed to do to see who was actually under this image, and it says it was somebody by the name of Felicia. She's calling the lady Felicia. Real quick super chat from Jamarcus. I wonder who is Felicia. Felicia could be an alias for Margaret, who offed herself in episode 3. It's possible. Anybody have any thoughts on this whole situation? He did, and it's crazy how he was able to basically break it down. But he said he watched hours of this footage, watched it over and over, and clipped different little discrepancies that were there to actually be able to remove it to see what face was actually underneath Kayla's. Any thoughts, KEJ?
She messing with some damn serious ass people, because they had that wasn't no cheap ass deep fake. Like, they put in some work to cover her face up from somebody else's. So it tells she's dealing with some real powerful people. Kayla, what kind of mess you really into? Like, what mess are you into? Because if it took him to piece together stuff like that to actually see who it really was, they got some experts on their team. It's giving these ain't no people to play with.
Right.
She got the Epstein list, so she gonna be all right. She gonna be all right with her shiesty self. But yeah, I agree. This is definitely she messing with whoever these powers that be are. Definitely they definitely wanted to make sure that she was gonna be quiet for whatever it is that they're hiding. But it is what it is. And again, I mean, just more secrets on top of secrets on top of secrets. I hope Bobby Trey tell Alex.
Me too.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I think Bobby could always use this for his own advantage. Like, okay, so what you gonna do is completely wipe my file. Give me a whole new social security number and let me and let me go live my best life as if I was never an unaliver of women, children, and kids. I mean, children and adults. Like, give me a clean slate. That's all I'm saying. But
they didn't arrest him when he showed up, so he must got some kind of something,
a full immunity or something. Okay. All right. So we thought that this chick was going. We thought Luce was going to actually. No, we didn't. We didn't think she was going to actually go and turn herself in with Alex, but she ends up going to Senator Ashford and letting him know, I know your mama did what she did. She was an investor of the Crestbrook Farms, and she basically secured your whole career. The money that you ran, that you used to run for public office and all these things was made off of the slave labor of children. Sir, what do you have to say about this? He's confused. He don't know. But she goes and she slices this picture that's on the wall, and out comes this photo. And y'all see your big boy Lance up is in the picture, y'all. Lance is all up and through the picture.
Hell yeah, he was in that damn picture. He in the picture, but where's Barack now, Lance?
Right. What we're not about to do. and others that were at the party. They were at the party with that Elle is so pissed off about with Alex about. Like, they were a lot of them were there. So Kate, EJ, thoughts? Any thoughts on the proof? I thought she was getting ready to take him out right there, though. Maybe they're saving that for another episode or something.
Yeah, I thought he was about to get it.
Right.
I was so scared for him, but I think maybe she noticed that he really actually didn't know. Like, he for real didn't know. I don't know why his family kept him out of the business that everybody else know what's going on, and how come he don't know. But maybe she left him because, maybe now that he's another innocent party, either she can use him in some type of other way, but that she don't necessarily have to take him out because he didn't know. But yes, I would have to let me tell you something. This picture would be all over the damn news. This would be some of everywhere. I have it on t-shirts, everything. Because yeah, Mr. Lance, which I had no idea that none of this was going on. Okay, sure,
Lies
you
he
didn't.
told.
Doing the absolute most. Yeah. I mean, honestly, she said that she left you the blackmail. I mean, it was giving that he knew there was something there. I don't know if he knew, but I feel like he knew that he had something that he could use as leverage. Even if he didn't know exactly what it was, I think he knows that he had an ammunition that he could use whenever he needed to use it. Is what I believe. That's what it was given to me, but I don't know. I guess we shall see. But she definitely going to use him for something, because I was just waiting on the blood to spill.
Right. Yeah, and shout out to Drake and Josh. I don't know which one is which, but shout out to him. He was in a TV show back in the day, Drake and Josh.
Oh, that is him. I didn't even notice it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we're gonna see. Your mama was in some ish. We hoping you survive. This next episode, we aren't quite sure though, so we'll see. But she's known for not leaving behind any
loose ends,
any witnesses. So Senator Asher may be up out of there. So finally, y'all, wrapping this thing up, we get to that severe accident where first of all, Alex is on the phone talking to Kayla. He's apologizing. I'm sorry for the words that came out of my mouth. And next thing you know, he ends up getting sideswiped by another vehicle. And in this vehicle was Donnie Wahlberg that smashed Alex Cross. And not in that way. He smashed him, and that truck went to flipping and rolling over. And Alex he's struggling, y'all. He's trying to get out. The seatbelt is stuck, and he's upside down. And all thing we see is Bobby Trey pulling up, saying that Kayla thought you might need a little help. And boy, was Bobby Trey right on time. And for the first time in my life, I was like, yes, Bobby Trey, you here. You did what you were supposed to do. I'm not mad at you. You literally saved the day. But we get a smaller conversation between Donnie and Alex, and he's just saying that no life is greater than the mission. So I thought that when he stepped on Alex's hands, he was gonna grab that knife and cut a couple of fingers off. I thought he was about to take a couple of digits, but he didn't, because thankfully Bobby Trey pulled up right in time, and again he saved the day. They got into a little squabble, but at the end, Bobby Trey was able to pop one into the shoulder of Donnie. EJK, any thoughts on this last great moment of Cross?
Listen, shout out to Bobby Trey. The way I'm not apologizing for not one thing, because I'm not sorry. I'm not apologizing. I didn't do nothing wrong. I didn't say nothing wrong. He didn't say anything wrong. Kayla was the one who came out of line with him. First of all, he out here trying to do the Lord's work, trying to find out who is doing what. You know what I'm saying? He is out here trying to find out what is really happening. And you're just out here trying to make a name for yourself, because you know that if you catch this girl, that you are going to 9 times out of 10 get the job that you want, as long as we get this other side mission done, right? As long as the side mission get out the way, you definitely going to go straight to the top of where you want to be. So you don't really care about the truth. You care about how you going to get to your next spot. So you went off on him because why? What was the point? What is the point in who gets credit for what? Like, at the end of the day, he did what he thought was right. I think that it is I don't think that this is something that the character would do, even though I think that he does want to know the truth. And I do believe that sometimes Alex does have these soft spots. I just don't believe that the character would have went in blindly believing that this woman wasn't going to try something else. I just don't think that. But this is the way they wrote it. So since it's the way that it's written, then I just don't see the point of apologizing. But of course, because he's smashing, I guess you obligated to apologize and say things that you typically wouldn't do or whatever. But I love Bobby Trey. Bobby Trey steals the moment in this particular scene. Like, he steals the moment. He saves Alex. He gets the shot off, and he does what he needs to do. And he was right on time. And I'm not mad at that. I mean, Bobby can be on the team for all I care. I mean, silently, but still on the team.
But how's she gonna explain this though? to Alex, because Alex didn't know Bobby Trey was gonna be on his ass trailing like this. So how is she gonna explain this away? And I'm not mad at Donnie for what he did, because again, Donnie's sticking to the mission. He's just like, look, we still got important work to do. So I'm not mad at Donnie because he's doing what we expect him to do. I'm just trying to figure out how Kayla gonna explain how Bobby Trey got there. Okay. How was this going to make sense? Like, we glad that he came in there,
right,
and that he was there to save the day. Again, like I said, y'all need to give Bobby Trey a raise. Okay, give him his monthly bonus, because he's been putting in that work. But Kayla, how we gonna explain this?
right.
I want to see her do that.
Yep.
Because see, once you explain that, you're gonna have to tell him how much are you gonna tell Alex that you've been hiding from him?
If I'm gonna tell it, then I gotta tell it all.
Listen, Alex said, Bobby, what the hell you doing here? Where you come from?
That's
He thought he was coming for his neck. He literally thought he was coming for his neck, because I need to grab my blicky right now. At this point, I see the devil on one side, another devil on the other side. What the heck is going on? But DeMarcus says that, and thank you for another super sticker, DeMarcus. He says Kayla could arrest Rebecca and Guadalupe Claire for betraying Alex Cross and eliminating maybe Senator Ashford. Donnie could get eliminated by law enforcement. Listen, that's a good prediction. I want to see what actually happens. I do want to see what actually happens. Hey Tamika, thank you for tapping in. We absolutely, my bad, EJ. Thank you for tapping in. We absolutely appreciate you. With that being said, y'all, that was it. That was the end of season 2, episode number 5, Cross. And so we about to be up out this thing. It's almost 2 hours. I got a little one over there in the other room that's like, okay, grandma, what you got going on? But with that being said, EJ, final thoughts on, or we'll do Kay first, and then also Kay, let us know what you got going on your channel. So final thoughts and what you have on your channel. Then we'll go EJ and me.
Yeah, I need Kayla to go ahead and let Alex know what's going on, because he almost got his shit rocked tonight, and she need to go ahead and let him know how Bobby Trey came in to save the day. Like, it's too many secrets being told. They in too deep right now. Luce got the picture. Like, we got evidence. Like, she could go ahead and tell. Like, I need some truth to be told right now. I need LaDonna to start telling the truth. Like, people, let's speak up now. It's too many secrets going on behind everybody back. We can move this case, because we are losing sight of the real enemy here. This Billionaires Boys Club is the ones that we need to be targeting. All of this other stuff, let's stay focused on the mission here. That's what I need to see happen. Let's stay on task. On the channel, I think we just wrapping up Night of the Seven Kingdoms this week. We did the beauty on Tuesday. I'll be finishing off Why Horror is Political tomorrow. Let's see. Definitely, really for real, dropping my review of 28 Years Later, Bone Temple this weekend. And also, I am going to go see Scream 7 this weekend. So I'll probably do an out of theater reaction, and then I'll probably do like another spoiler review. So Scream fans, stay tuned for that.
Nice.
Yeah, so side note, more than likely, so it wasn't Kayla that saved Cross's life. It was Bobby Trey who saved his life. And more than likely, she's the one who put his life in danger, because he's been smashing her and he's not thinking right. So anyway, with that being said, what I'm excited to see coming up on the next episode here is I just want to see, when is La Luz going to figure out that she has to trust somebody at some point. I get it. It's hard to trust all these people that are in power, but she had to have seen something in Alex to realize that maybe this is somebody that she can trust, because I feel like that's the only way she's going to get to where she's trying to get. She has to have that one person that is going to be able to really help bring it all down, because I don't think that they're going to be able to do it. I think that Donnie has always known that he's going to go at some point. Like, I think that that's his mission at the end, is that he's going to make it all the way to a certain point, and then boom, that's going to be it. But other than that, I'm just excited to see where we go from there. And I do want to see this explanation as to how Bobby Trey got here and what it will be. Will it be another lie? If it's another lie, then I'm sorry. Like, there's just nothing else that, like, nobody should be able to say, oh, Kayla, no, if she lied one more time, y'all, if she lied about this one, then what? Like, come on, like, no. Other than that, I'm just excited to see where the story goes. That's it. And then as far as my channel is concerned, I'm finishing up Love Don't Pay the Bills. Just dropped episode 4 today. I'll drop episode 5 probably over the next few days sometime. I already have it recorded. It's just not edited. So I'll drop that. And then I'll do some family business stuff, of course. I'll do something else on the channel on TV Junkie. As far as TDT is concerned, we dropped our interview with the vampire, episode 5. So definitely check that out. Episode 6 will be up next week. First impression, I don't know what it's going to be over, but it'll be over something. I'll figure that out soon. But just make sure that you subscribe to the channel. You got your notifications turned on and all the things. We'll be dropping those couple of things. And then let's see, did I have anything else? Oh yeah, if y'all are not watching The Beauty, please make sure that you're watching The Beauty. We're almost kind of wrapping that up. I think we got about 4 more episodes, 2 this week and then maybe 2 next week. If you missed this week's episode, then definitely go back and check out the replay with that. That show is wild and it's been interesting. But other than that, thank y'all for all coming through. We appreciate y'all. Tika, what you got going on?
Yeah, thank y'all once again. Definitely what EJ said for coming through. I'm actually looking forward to them finally solving Samson, his dirty baby. I mean, his dirty mama. Solving what's really going on with her. I need them to go ahead and wrap that up. I've been asking them since episode 1, wrap that thing up. But we're still here. We're slowly but surely getting answers. We're also finding out that, hey, Samson can hold his own. He can investigate without Alex. So I love that they actually gave us Samson doing his own thing. And at some point they will definitely come back together. I'm definitely looking forward to a reuniting of Samson as well as Alex. I need Samson and Alex to say, hey man, wanna say, hey, we done smashed the home. We wanna smash the same person. Get that conversation out in the open. I need Kayla to stop lying and just go on and tell the truth. And I feel like after that, Alex is gonna kick her behind to the curb or not. We don't know. But I definitely am gonna be here for those shenanigans. And then just looking forward to the episode. I want to see baby girl Janie tell Elle that she could get her life. Like, I want to see that again. And then that's pretty much my expectations on the next episode. Will we ever see Mama Nana Mama again? I don't know. But I need her to come on back because Elle is messing up the family money, messing up the children's attitudes right now. We never seen Janie get that ratchet, and Janie was like, listen, what you're not gonna do is play my daddy. So I'm here for that. I want to see how that all plays out. With that being said, on All Things Ruthless, I just dropped my video entitled Why Black Women Are Furious Over Cross and Kayla, but I'm not. So y'all head on over to All Things Ruthless. Check that video out. I was a little messy. It's all good. It's all in fun, but I meant what I said. So please come through and check that video out. And then just keep the notifications on. Y'all know how I do it. Keep the notifications on for the channel. I'll drop something. And then it'll be something random, and then it might be something that's on schedule. But that's how my brain is these days. It's all over the place. But I do appreciate y'all for continually stopping by, having faith in the channels, and saying giving your comments, doing all the things that you do. So with that being said, EJ has already given y'all the schedule of TDT Media. So make sure you guys are subscribed to that channel as well. Make sure you're subscribed to EJ TV Junkie. Make sure you subscribe to Slice of Horror. And definitely, please, and thank you, make sure you subscribe to All Things Ruthless, y'all. With that being said, I just want to thank everybody for coming through. We had Candy Love in the chat. Y'all were very, very active. We also had DeMarcus. I saw Tamika's Den come through, and many others. And don't take it personal if I don't call out your name. Is It's just what it is. I do apologize. But thank y'all. With that being said, we up out of here. Peace.
Talk that. Talk that.